we won't be able to save it.
Yeah.
We sometimes, because they are sentimental stuff for you, we can try to clean it the best we can, at least to take some of the black sharp like stuff that you can have in the stuff that you can have on it, but at the same time the result will be like that. Okay, so it won't be any change on that, but it will be safety for you at least to keep in the garage or something like that. Sometimes homeowners, they like to, sentimental stuff, so they like to keep the best, at least damage, but they like to keep it.
Gotcha.
But everything else, I would say for sure in the living room and maybe upstairs as well. Laundry, all that kind of stuff, clothes. You might be able to save clothes as well. We only have to engage our laundry division. They come here, they pick up whatever you want to take, give to us for laundry, and they will also do an inventory for the insurance. So that way they take piece by piece, they open this, they open that, take a picture, say like, yes, we can clean it, no, we cannot clean it. And that way you have that report that you can take and send it over for your insurance. Electronics. I'm pretty confident that
we lost most.
Yeah, whatever electronics you have around this area, especially around this area here, microwave range, stuff like that, they are...
pretty much everything that plugged in is probably fried.
Yeah, not just because of the power, but also the soot damage, plus the humidity that you have in the house right now. That mix make a acid, and the acid basically start like rust the motherboards and stuff like that. So either way, for that kind of stuff, we use a professional company. They come here, they check, for example, air fryer. They put, it's visual, but they put the sticker here saying like, hey, this is an air fryer. Try to put the model and stuff like that, and put the sticker say like, we cannot save it.
Right.
And the same with the microwave, fridge, and stuff like that.
Right.
They make a report. Everything has to be a report in order for you to receive money. Okay?
Right.
Okay.
So in that way, we give you all that paperwork, and you take it and send it over to the insurance.
Gotcha. Okay. Appreciate that. So just a quick recap: required steps. Everything has to be gutted before you're able to come in here and do much to it. Replace parts of the framing, and then where was it we were going from there?
Yeah. So we do everything. We can do all the demolition, all the cleanup, and all that. As soon as my side, that is my side of the story. Okay. I am the funny. I am the manager of the funny part, like demolition, the cleanup, and all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
After I finish is when the reconstruction is engaged. Either way, I engage them since the first day, so they know the type of the property, size of the property, the age of the property, so they can start checking all the information that they need to know. Now, as you can imagine, until we don't finish, they cannot come and do an accurate estimate. Yeah. So when we finish, when we have all the walls out, when we have all the cleanup complete, is when they come with a similar camera like mine. They come here and start, okay, well, it's not more demolition. No, okay, it's not more demolition. Okay, now they can do a 99.9 accurate estimate. Okay. When they do that estimate, they will send it over to you as a homeowner,
right,
and to the insurance. The insurance then, the insurance in the meantime, they will do. You will have three estimates. You have the remove and replace that the insurance is doing. Okay. Then you have the remove, like is what I am doing, and the replace, that is what the reconstruction is doing. Okay, so you have those three estimates. Now these two will have to match with whatever they put here. Okay. The insurance put here. Okay, so that is my initial thing. Like in my side, it's not too bad, but for the reconstruction, they have to be back and forward with insurance. Okay, like saying like, hey, this is the budget material. Maybe the insurance would say, hey, for budget material, you only have $100,000. But then we come and the reconstruction came and say like, no, it's not the way, like it's $100,000. Have to be like $200,000 because of this. So they have that confrontation. It's not a confrontation. It's just like a discussion between them, saying like, hey, we have to do this, and you have to put this in this amount and stuff like that.
Not meeting the middle.
I mean, just as you can imagine, just for the electrical situation, you will have to like rewire all the house. Okay, so that can be easy. $30,000-$40,000.
Right.
Okay? So starting from there, plumbing, structure like drywall, plaster, whatever you want to put back, because the insurance will pay basically based on what you got before. Okay. So all that will be like phase by phase. So the initial phase for sure is contents. All that is my initial phase. So we will have people here doing inventory. They will start taking pictures of each individual stuff and give you that report to you. After all this is clear with the contents, is when we will have the demolition crew coming in. They will do all the demolition. As soon as all the demolition, they are demolition / cleanup. They finish all the deep, like final clean for everything, and then we have the reconstruction. And when the reconstruction finish, is when we come back with the contents that we were able to clean, or the contents that you want to save and bring it back. Is when we enter. So we can pretty much start everything from the beginning, and finalize everything at the end. I mean, complete is a full big company.
Gotcha.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Are you guys gonna clean up the glass that fell out these windows out there in the yard?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Contract and insurance approval.
We are doing. We were working the tornado this weekend. We're still working. We have people working. Cool. I went on Friday and come back on Monday to the med tracer to my house, finally. And yeah, I mean, we were just picking up debris from the yards and glass and bricks, stuff like that. So yeah, we will pick up for sure. We have minimum stuff that we cannot pick up, but yes, we will pick up all the big glasses and stuff that we can see debris from the house on the yard. Yes, we will pick it up.
Good deal.
Yeah, because when we came back on Saturday, that's when some of these windows were flopping out.
Yep.
Because of the heat change. Did you want to see the rest of the house as well?
For sure, yeah. And then I will have to, I want to walk through with you, and then I will be 20-30 minutes taking pictures everywhere.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Whatever you need to do. This room, the fire didn't actually touch. In fact, I don't think the firefighters touched it much either, other than obviously breaking the door in. But mostly in this room, it's a little bit of limited heat damage. Obviously, the curtains. Otherwise, it was just mostly smoke in here.
Yeah. Let me take these calls really quick.
Yeah, hello, absolutely.
This is Luis. Yeah, very good. You? Well, we don't need any approval. I just thought they just want to confirm that they have coverage for whatever happened in their house. Yeah, that is the only thing. I explain all that to them. Hey, I mean, we especially on my side, the mitigation side. If we have documentation and we know, have to be removed or can be dried out. If I have a reason of why we will have to take it out, and I have it, and I can take a picture of that. That is the only thing that I need. For me, in order to do that part of the job. They say, well, the insurance will pay, and yeah, that's what I told her. But I told her is if you want to confirm if the insurance will cover it, just have call them, because I cannot confirm on behalf of them. Now, just based on my experience, I know they will be you will be approved and all that kind of stuff. But I mean, I am not working with State Farm. And she said, okay, well, I will give a call. But yes, after we went to there on Friday and we did the moisture check yesterday and today, and everything is still really saturated. So in this point, I would recommend taking it out. Yes. Okay. Yep. I just sent 20 minutes ago. I sent the update to the scheduling department, so in that way they can add her on the schedule for demolition. And yeah, for sure, start from there as soon as possible. All right.
Interesting. Yeah, that's done. Your curtains. I thought this might have survived for a second, but no.
Perfect.
Shades.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yep, no problem. Yep, no, for sure. Yes. Yep. Okay. Yeah, so basically now we have let me see, I have the Troy office here.
The one I called, it rang once and then it disconnected, disconnected.
And what?
I don't know if
do you have the number? Do you have the number in front of you?
314-260-7177.
Okay. Yeah, that one is the San Luis Central office, but at the same time, okay, sorry for that. So here for sure, carpet pad. all that have to come out, and whatever floors you have underneath. Now, if the floor is a hardwood flooring, same story that we will do in the other side.
That's what that is. It's hardwood, because if you pull the carpet up in front of the door here, they already
Okay.
pulled some of it out.
When they shut off the fire, they use water or what type of?
It was some sort of fire retardant, I believe.
Okay, they
Foam,
use like a
foam.
foam
Yeah.
thing. Okay.
Because the electric, because one of the firefighters was in the bathroom here. When the light was hanging down, he reached up there to try to pull it down.
And it
he
zapped
got
him.
electrocuted.
But yeah, beyond that, it got hot enough in there that it melted the aluminum. So I'm pretty sure they used that. And there was a ton of water on the floor when we came in right afterwards. So I think there was
that
some
is
fire too. But
that
there was
is the
also a
thing-
main
yeah,
break.
that is the thing that I want to make sure is like if they use water or no, because I mean this either way will be categorized as fire/water. Okay, so we have some stuff that yes might be affected for the fire, but we have to treat it with the water loss as well.
Right.
Now in this case, I'm pretty sure like
Those are decorative beams, if that makes a
Yes.
difference.
yeah, well, it's like a fiber cloth thing in there, I guess, or texture on the.
Ooh.
Maybe.
Yep. In fact, you can even see it separated at the joint. It's hollow in there, I believe.
Yes, exactly. So all the ceiling will have to come out for sure. Now the walls, they work a little bit different. If we use some type of cleaning solution for sure, but we also use some sponges like chemical sponges. If we don't have any concern that the soot is behind the wall, we don't have to remove the wall because the wall can be sealed in paint, and that way encapsulate whatever odor you might have on the plaster. And that is everything. It's plaster. So if it's plaster, we won't have any problem. Now paneling, it's a no-go. All that have to come out. Some stuff that we do in special cases like this is that we open access holes. So we came here, open a hole here, like pretty much like this side, take it away, and we see in the back we have soot. All that have
Comes
to be
out.
removed.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So that is instead coming and say like, no, I'm taking everything out.
You do a
I
test
just,
to see
I
if
just
you-
do like some testing. A special upstairs might be something that I might have to do as well.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Now, well, I would check upstairs for sure, but for you, this area is the most affected, or is the worst, or upstairs is worse?
Upstairs is not nearly as bad because you can see, I mean, the fire gutted that room. It only was heat and smoke damage in here. Upstairs, it was heat and smoke as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
This room, in fact, none of the rest of the house, near as I'm aware, except for that room, was actively on fire.
Okay.
But yeah, if you want, I'll show it to you, no problem.
And you were not here when all this happened.
Oh, no, we were here.
Oh, you were here?
We were.
They're sleeping.
Oh.
Yeah, no, this was one of those fires you escaped from.
Wow.
This room was really only damaged by the firefighters themselves. There's no window damage or anything like that. As you can see upstairs, this is the least affected room. This is where poor Jerry was when we pulled him out.
Yep. So paneling will have to come out. All the carpet, all the flooring covers will have to come out for sure.
Okay.
Now here is the same thing. We can take this out and see if we have soot on the backside. That means like we had like the soot enter through the cavities. Other thing might be, I'm pretty sure the HVAC was working when all this happened.
Well,
So maybe.
well, only briefly. I mean, the power had been out for 7 hours when Amron flipped it back on.
What
So
was you asking?
Oh,
The-
if,
the
well,
HVAC.
if you don't have power and then turning on, and then all this happens. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, well, the air conditioner was not working when all these happened. So, but either way, we will do a full cleanup in the HVAC system inside the house, like the furnace and all that kind of stuff. Clean
Well,
up everything.
We
and-
already know the air conditioner shot, and so is the
Back.
furnace.
Okay. So all that kind of stuff for sure we will have to see if it's anything that we can clean or not. Now, stuff here, like for example, these ceiling tiles, they might be asbestos. Just it's like a standard for that. Now, just because we have some type of spider webs, that's not spider web. That is pretty much soot. Okay.
Right.
And it's on the edges. We will have to remove this to see how is behind and what we got on the edges and stuff like that.
Okay.
But yeah, we will have to remove the outlet covers and see if
What's behind?
If we have soot coming out through those
Okay.
cavities.
Got it.
Paneling,
And if there's soot behind it, then it means that wall has to come out.
yes,
Gotcha.
yeah, because we cannot, for obvious reason, we cannot clean up behind.
Right.
But carpet, the trims are something that we might be able to clean without any problem. At the same time, and I'm pretty sure those are the originals from the house, all the trims and
Right.
doors maybe. So we will try to clean up the best we can all that. And if you like the result, that is our part. We will clean up everything that we can. Now, if you come back and say like, I don't like this, I don't like that, I don't like this, we can go ahead and take it out.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Alrighty.
But yeah, carpet is no question asked from our side.
That we're not cleaning.
Exactly. And these ceiling tiles is the same situation.
Gotcha. And a priority effort, I mean, obviously, restoration is a primary concern, but Jerry does not want to smell smoke in here, so whatever needs to go into that piece.
But for example,
But, yeah.
all this stuff,
Mhm.
these contents, they can be cleanable.
Mhm.
We have like the dresser here, like this stuff.
Cleanable.
You can see like the soot is coming out.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe we will have the coloration. That might be fine, but at least you can save all that kind of stuff. All these clothes is something that we can try
Yeah,
to save.
we can say this bed and this outfit, this is hers.
Yeah, the only thing that I would recommend for sure is like the bed sheets might be something that you might buy another ones for sure. Even the mattress might be something that they will pay for replace. Okay, because the mattress is not. We can try to clean it. We have some machines that we can use to clean, but
I don't want them clean.
if it's my house, I won't clean it. Exactly.
Gotcha.
So
And that was the other thing that my wife normally is more type A about this sort of thing. She said any of the furniture downstairs, you know, the easy chairs, the sofa, that stuff we can get rid of. Mattresses, Jerry, I'm not sure, you said you were emotionally attached to this one. Otherwise,
not the mattress, the bed,
frame.
the
bed frame.
furniture.
Okay, yeah, otherwise the mattress
Because
is, yeah.
This was hers before we got married and that, and I wanted if I can keep.
and that is a thing. That is a thing that especially in my side, I like to know since the first day. So in that way, I am the one that can tell you, it's like, yes, we
Can
can
it
clean
be
it
saved
can
or
we
not?
Right.
Yes. We will for sure clean it the best we can. Spray. We will use a special chemical for wood, the stuff like that. But at the end, if you don't like the result, or even for all, like, you can restore it. We can give you numbers. We can give you people, or maybe you know people in the town that they can like try to put maybe a new coat of finishing on the wood. And
Something
in
to
that way
seal
you
it
can-
in.
Exactly. But yeah, we will take all the soot out in there from the frame, from the bed frame, the nightstands, the tables, even the paints. The thing with the paint is because of the heat change that you have inside the house.
Discoloration.
Even not just that, the coloration might be, for example, that mirror. We will do our best, but we
It might be
always
sealed
have a
in.
possibility that we can break it as soon as we start moving that mirror away.
Right.
Now the frame will be fine, but the mirror, if you have to replace the mirror at the same time, it's not that. To be honest, it's
Here's
not
her
that big deal.
her wedding picture.
Oh, well, that looks
I
okay.
think what happened when Jeff went to go kick this out, this fell and he left it behind
Okay.
this so it didn't get damaged.
Interesting, but yeah, we understand for the glass part entirely. In fact, a lot of the downstairs windows, it wasn't even the firefighters that broke them; it was just the temperature differential. So
There's the nail.
we understand if the glass isn't able to survive the restoration, that probably is part of the.
But that is something like, for example, well, it's just a mirror. At the same time, you can put a new mirror and it looks the same.
Right.
But the important thing, like, is the wood. Like to be honest, you cannot redo that. No anymore, at least.
Right.
So, but yeah, we can clean up all that kind of stuff. We will take pictures of every piece of the stuff that you have inside each bedroom.
Good deal.
That way we can have control and organization of everything.
Absolutely. This was my wife's childhood bedroom. I think this was the worst of the upstairs bedrooms as far as smoke is concerned. I think partially this was the first room that they opened up the door on and they popped out the windows for. So a lot of the initial smoke flow came through here.
Okay.
I can't explain the streaking. I didn't think there was even water up here, but I can't explain the.
Every access every access that you can have from the bottom through the walls. So I mean, we see like actually when you are, especially if you have the fire through the electrical panel, okay, all that complete wires that you have in there, all that will move, all like smoke
Also as
and all that kind of
evaporation.
stuff, and exactly, and also the other things like when you are in the school, they always teach you like the heat, or the hot is going up,
Yes,
cold
heat rises.
is going down. So everything is smoke, all that always turns like try to go upstairs the best or the sooner.
You can tell. In fact, you see outside this room, the smoke detector is melted, and you see the ceiling fan. Those blades weren't originally warped out
all
before
the
Friday.
ceiling, all the ceiling fans will have to be replaced.
Destroyed.
It's not, it's not something that we can clean up. It's really like impossible.
Gotcha.
What else?
I don't think there's a whole lot else. in
Framing,
this room.
all the framings, all that kind of stuff. We will be for sure cleaning up all that kind of stuff.
Good deal.
But for example, here, these stuff, all the baseboards,
Yeah.
we will try to take it like in pieces if we can take it like complete together. But I mean, for the heat and also the age, might be something that if we pull it, maybe we break it, and that is to do with the baseboards. So we will try our best, at least so you can try to keep the same type of material. For sure, we'll need a new paint or sanded or stuff like that, but at least will be the original from the house. The same with the trim, the same with the doors,
Appreciate it.
the same with all this kind of stuff.
Definitely appreciate it. You can tell it's been
Everything.
here a while.
Yeah, everything we will
Used to be a doctor's office.
keep. We will keep all that. If we take it out, we mark it. So in that way, if we mark it, we
You know where it went back to.
Yeah, exactly.
Wonderful. Next
Yeah,
room is.
that's that's why we like to engage the reconstruction. So the reconstruction, they can come here right when we are starting the job, so they can take a look for them and see like, oh, this is a big deal, this is a stuff like that we have to do, and then with all the pictures that they need to take,
Right.
they can make the plan a little bit easier.
Gotcha.
But yeah, like this stuff. I mean, well, this can be like, well, I guess it's like plastic, maybe.
No, it's glass.
It's glass.
Is it?
Okay. Well, but like you see, like it's bubbling already.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
as soon as I put that in the truck, we'll pop. So
Right.
so that is the thing with that. We can try to clean up the best we can everything. And yeah.
It's kind of hit or miss. Like, for example, we see some of the actual pictures are damaged, and we see that one is entirely melted.
So, but yeah, we will. That is our thing. We can try to take the picture away from the frame and put a new frame and put in a new frame for sure.
Right.
Same situation here. Now here for sure, all these tiles, stuff like that, all that would have to come in up.
Where this vanity had to come out.
Yes. Yeah, that is special. The box.
Notice that
Just because this is like this, okay, I'm pretty sure the insulation above might be impacted too. Okay, so
Right.
you might have that blown insulation.
it's blowing in.
That blown insulation will have to be removed.
Right.
And replaced. Okay.
Got it.
But yeah, same situation here. We will have to. This room here for sure will be I will say a full gut, ceiling, walls, and floors.
Full gut on the upstairs bathroom. Got it.
Shucks. And she wanted this done.
Well, looks like she's getting it. Sorry, it's been a rough year. His wife died about a year ago, I think a couple months ago.
Yeah.
And
Well,
now-
a year ago, right after Valentine's Day, and then 3 months later, this catches on fire.
Which his wife had been wanting to remodel anyway. I don't think she wanted it like this, but.
She will have the opportunity to see.
Ooh.
all these.
Yeah, she could watch over
Oh yeah.
and say, nope, that's not what I wanted.
So if any ghosts pop up during the restoration process, that's Joanne not approving, so we'll know.
All these toilet might be replaced as well.
Okay.
I shouldn't have made that.
And them tell us not that old either, Charlie, because we had them just put up 2 years ago because they were the low one.
Right.
She was having trouble getting up and that off the so I had Griffiths here in town to order two tall ones for.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This one,
Same situation. The first one that we enter, try to save everything possible. For sure, stuff like this, I will recommend remove and
Right.
replace or dispose and buy new ones.
Mhm.
But yeah, dressers, maybe that stand or bookshelf or
Little
particle board.
I don't think she's super emotionally attached to the particle board
Yeah.
desk. That one, probably more so.
Yes, that the stuff I will recommend dispose of just because of the type of material.
Yeah.
This is a little bit different. That's a little bit different. They,
Yeah.
they
Right.
are they are old enough to be wood,
Mhm.
real
Yeah.
wood. So in that way, the real wood will absorb a little bit the odor, but at the same time, it's something that is really easy to clean. The thing with the non-real wood, like particle board, pressure wood, stuff like that,
Doesn't do as well.
exactly. The smoke can stay inside that material for a while.
Gotcha.
Same story here. Clean all the framing, all this stuff. Now the crown molding in there, all that might have to be removed and replaced.
Yeah, we can see some damage to it.
Yeah. So, and that
Ooh, I didn't notice that before.
What?
Where it's that melted. Oh yeah, because that's not actual wood.
so
Is the chimneys in that area.
Makes sense. So it followed the heat register.
But yeah, I will start taking pictures. As you hear with the conversation with insurance, we are a little bit backed up, but we are not too far on the schedule. Okay, so
Wonderful.
we might have people available to come here from all the three offices, from St. Louis, from Illinois side, and from Effingham, or from both offices here in Illinois. But yes, we can take care. Everything have to go face by face.
Gotcha.
The initial phase is the inventory. So I will have 2, 3, 4 ladies here just using an iPad and start taking pictures of everything, putting tags in all the stuff that we can save, all that kind of stuff. The stuff that we cannot save, we also put some tags and take a picture and say like, hey, we cannot do the this will be the non-cleanable stuff. After we do all that, then the pack out or the move out of the stuff. We can set up a pod outside, but at the same time, we like to take stuff away from here to our facility, clean it in our facility.
And then
We
bring it
also
back.
have a ozone generator chamber. So basically, it's like a room, like pretty much the size of the second floor. We put all the stuff after we clean up all that. We put in that decon chamber, I would say. Turn on that machine for 24 hours. Next day, turning off, put it in boxes, put it again in the crate, and when everything is ready to bring it back, we can bring it back.
Okay.
So we can also hold the stuff in our facility. Now our facility is not a storage, so it's not like you will have access to that every like 24 hours straight.
If I
But
need
you
to
have
go there.
access. But you have access. You only have to call me and say like, hey, can I go tomorrow around 9 a.m. to the office and take a look? Yes, because we have everything on the crates. I only have to move the crates to or the main. If they are in St. Louis, I have to move. We stack the crates, so we will have to.
We'd have
use
to
the
meet
forklift
somewhere
and stuff
off-site.
like that. But if not, if it's in Troy, I just have to put it in the flat area, and then you can go and go through the stuff without any situation.
Gotcha.
But
So that's where it'd be going to your initial offsite to Troy? Or,
yes, that is our initial part. Right now we are like doing the remodel on the cleaning division, but basically all the people that we have cleaning, they are in St. Louis right now. It's like 25 to 30 minutes apart from the Troy's office.
Gotcha.
But yes, we are keeping all the stuff or in Troy or in St. Louis, but whatever we need, we can make the plan to meet on site. Normally when we finish everything, especially like big stuff like this, we clean it and all that. I like to have you in the office walk through with me before I put the stuff in the crates. So in that way you can see the results. Because if it's something that you don't like or stuff like that, we can try to handle it. If it's something that we can do, if it's nothing that we can do, it's like, okay, well, at least before 6 months or 4 months until they finish the house. Okay.
Gotcha.
But yes, I have to tell you, it will be a long process.
We already know that.
Won't be a
Overnight thing.
Right.
It won't be like a month thing. I mean, for my side, might be 3-4 weeks until I have everything complete, including demolition, inventory, cleaning, all that kind of stuff. Reconstruction can take longer. Laundry will take longer for sure. But yeah,
Gotcha.
we can do everything at your pace. We can do everything as you need it, and we can help you in all the areas that you want. We have, again, we are a full company, so we are mitigation, like it's my side, take it out, clean it, pack out contents, all that kind of stuff, and whatever we remove, the reconstruction, they will figure it out.
Gotcha. So photographed, inventoried on site, then it goes to Troy and then St. Louis.
Can go straight to St. Louis or can go to Troy.
Gotcha.
If I take the stuff to Troy, it's because we will be able to clean it in Troy.
Gotcha.
Now I will take everything straight to St. Louis, and that way that will be our space for all the content from your house.
So it depends on how extensive it is, how far away it goes. Gotcha. And then what's the process of getting it back into here then after you get done with
As soon as we have the green light from you or from the contractor. So in this case, if it's our reconstruction, we work together. So it's like they call me and say like, hey Luis, we will be done with the main floor next week. So we know like by next week we will have to come back to your house and
Start moving stuff
put
back.
everything back.
But it'll be dependent on that conversation with our subcontractors when it's ready to go back where it needs to go.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Makes sense.
And if we take everything if we take stuff out from here, if we take, for example, like the stuff from the bedroom B, everything that is bedroom B is coming to the coming back to the bedroom B. Okay. Some stuff that we don't do is like put the stuff like together again, like the bed frames and stuff like that. But because the reconstruction, they do that part. Okay?
Gotcha.
So we do it, but we don't, like my side. I take it away, put it in Ziploc bags, all the screws and stuff like that, and attach it to the material. So in that way, everything will continue to be together. But yeah, so we put everything back here, and then the reconstruction, they handle it how they wanna. Put everything together, bed frames, the stuff that they need to be like built.
Gotcha.
Okay.
That works.
But yes, all the ceiling fans, stuff like that, have to be removed and replaced. Have to be a brand new ceiling fan if you want to put a new ceiling fan. That is our thing. When it's the time, and the reconstruction division, they will show you that part. They will explain all that to you. But they will give you a budget material. So at the end, if you want to put drywall instead ceiling tiles, the insurance will pay to put ceiling tiles. Now, if in this case is cheaper for the insurance to put drywall, they will push you to put drywall. If for the insurance is easier to put, for example, the flooring covers. We are removing carpets. Now, they will be paying to replace the carpet. They will give you a budget material. They will say you have $10,000 in flooring for the second floor.
Yep.
If you want to put tile, you are free to put tile. If you want to put hardwood, you are free to put hardwood, stuff like that. So in case that we will have to remove all the floors all the way to the soft floor.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay. So
Okay.
Thankfully, it is a pretty good policy, so we're not super worried about non-coverage.
yeah, no, for sure. So and it's fires works a little bit different than everything else. So, that is basically, you have like in your policy, you will have like 5 different policies open. One for the structure, one for the contents, one for the personal property, one for electronics and stuff like that. It's a big spider web about all the stuff that they will open on your policy. Okay?
Yeah.
So just give me like 20-30 minutes to take all the pictures in
Okay.
each
Yeah,
room and
Anywhere you
when
want.
you come down, I'll show you.
well, we can walk through downstairs.
Well, I'll go have you do this, I'll do this up here first. But when you go back down, before you go back down to the left dining room, there's a cabinet in the corner there. It's filled with her Santa Claus and that. See how many of them you can save.
Okay, sure.
I bought them for her birthday and for Christmas.
Okay.
We appreciate it. I know it's a tough one, especially since there's a lot of emotional and historic significance to
and
it.
that is the deal with me coming here. I'm not just estimator. I am my side is project manager, so I will be in charge of the job all the time.
Wonderful.
Okay.
So in that way, whatever problem you have, I'm the person to blame on it.
You get a deal.
Yeah. So, but yes, I am the one like will take all the decisions and all the communication and all that with you and with the insurance. Like you here with the other insurance company, I don't need confirmation from the insurance now. If I have a reason to do it. Okay, if I have a reason to remove the carpet, I have a reason to remove the walls, I just need to take pictures about that.
Okay.
For reconstruction, they work a little bit different because everything have to match with the information that they have.
Right.
Now, have you received any visit from the insurance adjuster?
We have. We had at the building at
What's your insurance company?
it's Cincinnati
Okay.
Jessica was here Monday.
Okay.
Yesterday,
was the building.
the building inspector
Okay.
checked the structure and everything.
Okay.
And then,
We had the electrician about an hour before you got here,
Yeah,
and then so
and-
you're the fourth guy to
Yeah.
walk through.
and then, tomorrow Jessica's coming back.
Okay.
That's our Cincinnati rep.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And
So
then,
yeah, let me.
And then, tomorrow evening, we're flying out.
Yeah, we have a vacation starting Friday to Friday. Timing was perfect.
When are you coming back?
Friday the 30th. So we're gone Friday to Friday.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, we can schedule everything for that day. That would help a little bit on the schedule because in that way we have like a week to make all the plans.
Right.
My birthday is 31st, so
Oh.
I would say it's
Happy
Friday,
birthday.
So that Friday, thank you. So we have all that week. We have all that week to make the plan,
Ooh.
and hopefully starting the following week here, we're starting Monday or Tuesday, and yeah, start from there.
Wonderful. Appreciate it.
All right.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, let me take a look on that cabinet that you say, and I
Yeah.
will take the pictures starting outside in the porch or the back porch.
Good deal.
Yeah, that camera that I will be using is taking 360 pictures, like the real estate camera.
Right.
So you can actually enter in the house without being in the house. So in that way, we can use all that for records. We can use all that for pre-mitigation. So before we start, we can use all that.
This is your
for-
baseline data. I
Yeah,
gotcha.
exactly. So
But it's that right here.
yeah, all these will be case by case. And we will take
Yeah.
it. All the thing with ceramic, glass, stuff like that. We will be really careful with all the kind of stuff.
Not like that little teapot and all that stuff. That was hers, and that when she was a kid, and her mom gave it to her.
Yeah, we will wipe down everything the best we can. For sure, we won't apply any type of chemical on it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, my biggest concern always is when you have that change of the temperature that make all that type of materials really fragile. So
It may look intact, but it might
yeah,
shatter
but
when you
as soon
touch it.
as I touch it, I mean, it's just for take the picture. As soon as I touch the ceramic, can break in
Right.
pieces. So that is the heads up that I will have to give you with a lot of the stuff here in your house, because again, I will be the person that you can blame on it. So you can call me and say like, hey, well, all this happened. It's like, but at least now you know the
Yeah,
the
it's gonna be fragile.
Yes,
Of
so
course.
we will do our best to keep everything together, but at the same time, some of the stuff is we will
Probably
have to
beyond
cross the
saving even
fingers.
if- yeah.
we will have to cross the fingers like nothing happened.
Okay.
So, but yeah, if it's anything that I know that if I just come and do this and I touch it, I know I will break it. I won't touch it. It will be up to you if you want to touch it and you want to give it to me, but
So you're not assuming
but
liability.
I won't touch it because I know.
It's
like-
gonna break.
Of course.
It's like the countertops. All the countertops always like when they are like granite or marble or stuff like that.
You get
Can
super
we
brittle.
take it out in one piece? Sure, we can try. But always we have 50% of probability like taking it out in one piece or 50% of no breaking in the
Okay.
process.
Anything glass or masonry, I get it.
Yep.
Does not like changes in temperature.
What about the basement? Do you have something in the basement that
There was actually, given that it started there, there's shockingly little fire damage in the basement aside from the actual electricals. But yeah, if you want to come take a look.
I've been down there, you can go down with him. And he'll show you where it started from and how it followed the 220 wire.
Oop.
Okay.
But yeah, please come on down. It's scarier than it looks. But yeah, near is where this is where it actually entered the house. The breaker box is in the corner. But we didn't even see smoke damage in here. But unfortunately, that is where it started from, and then it followed the lines. We tried to shut off the power, but it looked like it had already gapped around it, and it was glowing with heat. So
The other thing that I feel here is water. So, especially in that side.
Yeah.
On that side you have a little bit of water, so I won't be surprised if the water came in this side as well.
Mhm.
But yeah, I mean, carpet might have to be replaced, at least in all this area.
right,
All this stuff here,
yeah,
to be honest with you, if it's not nothing that we will have to do with the walls or stuff like that, we can clean them on side the best we can, and just keep it here and close this with put a piece of plastic in there just to separate.
right,
But yeah, now because the deal will be, I will have to check that with the insurance and the my boss for sure. Is because what's an electrical issue. Maybe they would request to have all the walls open, so in that way they can put new electrical things.
I'm sure they were. The electricals are cooked everywhere.
Yeah. So. All right. So yeah, let me take pictures on every
Sure
room
thing.
and start from there.
Absolutely. There's another room off to the left-hand side. I don't think nearly as much happened over there, but just in the interest of thoroughness. Yeah, we just had that put in. Yeah, you can see how wet it got in here.
Let's see the weather there.
We just put that in a month ago, and I guess we'll be getting a new one. Again, electricals were involved, and then there's our canning room further off, and then that is the end of the nickel and dime tour, really.
Yeah, the good thing inside the bad thing is like, well, at least you will have I would say like a brand new house, and I mean all this stuff replaced for sure. Is anything that you want to do with this?
I mean, God, I guess some of this is old enough it's almost historical. As far as the canning stuff, I don't see any significance to it. I think that can probably go.
Okay.
But
You're going
Well,
to
different-
can?
yeah, for the canning stuff, did you have any particular emotional attachment to your canned chili and whatever from 2023?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I want it, if it's not damaged or anything.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, they are a little bit impacted just with the like suit stuff, but I mean, that isn't closed, so
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
it's
not,
canned, so I mean,
It's not.
put it in a new jar and it's probably fine.
Well, I won't be able to put in a new jar. Once you open it,
Oh.
you gotta use it.
Oh, yep. Okay, never mind. But
No, it will be. I mean, we will be able to. I would say like wipe
Let me,
down.
okay, let me take you where the freezers are.
Yeah, we might be able to just wipe down that,
yeah,
and that should be fine. But I mean, you have,
but it never got hot down there or anything like that, and there wasn't nearly as much smoke.
but because of the
ironically.
water,
Yo,
moisture. Now you can see like you have mold here.
right where the water was standing on it.
So
Well, if they're moldy in that, I don't want them.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
So
But the ones in here, this is these is her pickles. Last year she made pickles but this stuff in here should be good. Cause it was away from the rest of it.
yeah,
The green beans. Right?
yeah, they should. Yeah, we can just wipe down around and yeah, that should be fine.
These should be okay.
Yeah.
But that stuff there's gotta go.
Yeah, that's our thing as well. I know
Okay.
it's a little bit difficult, but walk through the stuff
Keep
that
Charlie.
you want to.
Keep a light over here. I need
Sure.
to empty this humidifier. Remember, it was filled with water.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Sorry, what were you saying, bud?
So stuff that you want to dispose, like hey, go ahead and remove it and all that will help when you say like, hey, all this in this corner is complete trash. So
Gotcha.
for example, like all this stuff here, you can come and say like, hey, all this is trash. Just go ahead and
Excuse me.
Yeah, sure.
Get through here, dump this in that sink.
But yeah, absolutely. And thankfully, my wife will also be here for that day, so that won't be delegated.
Yeah, so
We should be
all
able
the
to-
kind of stuff that help to speed up our process a little bit. Instead, like, what about this? No. What about this? No. What
Right.
about this?
Well,
So,
So you can get an on-site judgment. Yeah, we'll be here for all of that.
So this contents, they'll just mark it all off.
But yeah, I don't see this being any more than a simple wipe down.
Well, we got mold on it
yeah,
now.
we got
What
special
you can-
that one was the second.
So they might as well pitch them because you'll never
Even with it just being okay, sealed on.
We'll see what Jennifer says.
Gotcha. Not the hill I would die on.
I'm not taking a chance.
I gotcha. No worries. I don't think anything happened back there, but this was boarded up as a crawl space until the fire forced us to.
And they took that
Nudge
out,
it.
that board out.
There's a really cool cornerstone in the corner that says 1859 on it. It's buried now, but anyway,
Perfect. So
that about does it, near as I can tell.
Hope these not ruined.
Well, it wasn't plugged in, so you're probably fine. Anything that wasn't actually part of the electrical infrastructure shouldn't have been touched unless it was heated.
They still light up.
Oh, hey.
They just need to be wiped down so I can use them.
Right. Good deal. But yeah, any pictures you want, our home is your home.
Okay, I'm going back up. When Jennifer gets here, we'll ask her about that.
It's a little bit cleaner before all of Macoupin County's finest were shuffling through. I'd apologize for the mess, but I imagine this is actually pretty tame as fire messes go.
trust me, not too bad.
Appreciate it. Alrighty. Yeah, wherever you want to set up at.
Okay, so what I will need from you today,
Sure.
after I take all the pictures,
Mhm.
in order for me to start all the process, we are not doing anything. Okay, we are not starting the house until we have all that approval and all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
But in order for me to start talking with insurance and stuff like that, I have to sign a form with you,
Okay.
just giving us permission to do that part.
Mhm.
Other than that, but again, we are not doing anything
Mhm.
that we are not discussing. If you would like maybe you arrive on Friday, following week,
Right.
Tuesday, you would like to have another conversation with your wife on site, stuff like that,
Right.
we can do it. I can come back on
You
Monday
definitely
or
could.
Tuesday and walk through
Okay.
and discuss more stuff and all that. But yeah, we are not doing anything that we don't discuss here. It's not like you arrive and it's like, no, well, you didn't tell me anything about this, you didn't tell me anything about that. No,
Right.
we are going step by step, and also we are pretty organizing everything. So we start phase by phase. So we finish one phase. If I have more people that I can start two phases at the same time, perfect. But 99% of the times will be just one phase at a time. But yeah, other than that, just give me like 20-30 minutes to take all the pictures and start from there.
Okay.
Absolutely. And I'll run this by Jen. I don't want to sign anything until we have her input as well.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then you also mentioned insurance. Not sure what sort of coordination we need with
Yeah.
that before they.
Yeah, I mean that is the only thing that if you wanna talk to her and see if she's fine
Comfortable with
that. But yeah, we are not either way. We won't have access to starting the process in the project, and until we don't start in the house, you are free to cancel all the forms and stuff like that. Today is just the authorization to start. It's not to start. It's just it's to start the communication with insurance and all that kind of stuff.
Sure.
So at least to explain them, it's like from our side, we will have to give them an initial number.
Okay.
So in that way, you're
So this is just an authorization to talk to insurance and get that coordination started. Gotcha.
So after that, we can sign all the rest of the forms, and we will have the authorization to start the services and stuff like that. That will be under Cincinnati, branded with Cincinnati as well. Like they know that we are starting today and stuff like that.
Right.
Equipment responsibility if we set up equipment. We might have to bring a temporary generator as well.
Right.
That we will be using for lights and stuff like that. I will have to check with insurance. That is some stuff that I will have to check with insurance. For example, if they want us like a regular generator or enough for us to put lights everywhere while we're working here.
If it's not too much of a liability, I actually bought a 7K the day that this all happened. But
Yeah, we like to use us
your
just
own
for
stuff,
liability,
gotcha. Yep.
for sure.
because you don't know that I didn't take it home and hit it with a sledgehammer before I gave it to you. I gotcha.
So we got
didn't.
the one that we were using is like 100 amp, 100 like
Probably 100 watt.
Yes.
Yeah, you got me beat.
So
Mine's 7.
kVA. So
Yeah.
in that way, that the pull behind with my truck.
You could
So
you could power Carlinville with that.
yeah, so in that way we got enough power for everything that we will be doing here.
Gotcha.
But yeah, pretty much
Alrighty.
like that. And you have my business card, or
I
you
got
have my
it.
business
Good
card,
deal.
so you can give that to Jennifer. I
Cool,
know
yes.
she has my phone number because I
Yes.
told her.
Right.
I'm not on call this week, but just
Mm-hmm.
give me a call anytime that she wants, like later tonight or stuff like that.
Right.
And that will be all.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
We
so
no
appreciate
much.
it.
problem.
Yeah.
No, for sure.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah, no problem. Let me start.